Hey everybody, this is Pastor Jim, and I was just going to introduce a video for you today. My good friend Sheldon Griffith. We are talking about running to win this weekend, and so I wanted to share that video with you before the day got away from me. So here's that video. Thanks. Hey, I'm here with my good. Woo! I'm here with my good
Welcome
friend
from California,
Sheldon.
Hey
Sheldon.
Jim, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay.
It's so good to see your face, man.
Always good to see you, from Jim.
So Sheldon is in my world. Sheldon is famous. He used to help me with kids' church. He's famous for more than two things, but the two most favorite things that stick out was he never wanted to wear a name tag.
Nope.
And the phrase, I can eat. We went to a men's retreat. Remember that men's retreat we went to? And it was like, what they had tri-tip.
Tri-tip for days.
They had tri-tip, and I had looked over he had like 3 plates, and then I was like, you gonna go back?
I can eat.
And he's like, I can eat.
I can eat. I'll eat.
And so that was my favorite. Well, actually 3 things now that I think about it. And then every time I see rain clouds in the sky, I say, it's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
Remember that story?
It's gonna rain. that was car talk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you came into the studio and did a recording.
Yep, car
so
talk tapes.
That was
Car
so
talk
good, man.
Cassette tapes. That shows how old we are.
Oh, cassette tapes, man. So I was thinking, sometimes it sucks getting old. So I was trying to think of somebody in my past that was a track person, because this week's lesson is all about running the race to win. And Kim, she was like, didn't Sheldon used to run? I was like, oh, come on, Jim. That's just like a no-brainer. So Sheldon ran track. And I remember that you told me one time you almost made the Olympics.
Yeah, qualified for Olympic trials in 1988.
Oh, and so what was your best race?
My race was the 400 meters. It's 1 lap around the track, because I didn't want to run 2 laps around. 1 lap was enough.
one lap was enough. So the 400 meters, that was one. Did you guys ever do were you the relay person?
Yes, I was the last. I was called anchorman, last person on the relay.
So you were the anchorman. So you would. So what was that? That's 1600.
Each person ran 1 lap. So it was a mile. First leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg.
The anchor guy.
Then anchor, me.
So what happened? What was your worst race?
My worst race would have to be, because I'm taller, so yeah. I have long legs.
Yeah.
So my worst race was always the shorter, faster sprints. Because I didn't start fast. I started slow, and then I would build up to a fast speed.
You build up.
The 100 meters was always my worst event.
You didn't like doing that one.
I didn't like doing that. I liked running fast, but it was too short. I needed to get myself going.
Yeah.
Like a car.
So you paced yourself.
I paced myself.
So you knew exactly how long it should take you to get around that track.
Yes. Each part of the track was, for me, I broke up the track into 4 different ways. 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters, and then the last was the 400 meters.
The last one, the last 100 meters was your best.
Was the best part of my race, because I was stronger.
Love it.
Yeah.
So how much training did you have to do?
I did a lot of training. I trained twice a day, starting in September, and then track season was in March.
Oh, okay.
So I started in September and did pre-training all the way up until February, and then track training from February through June.
Wow. That's a lot of commitment.
A lot of commitment.
So
every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, I would get up and start running.
You were like that. You ever see Rocky?
Yes.
When he's getting up in the morning and he's drinking the eggs.
Oh,
Oh, that I can't even imagine that. So would a head start have been nice in your race?
A head start's always nice in a race. You don't get, but that's why it's a race, because everybody gets to start the same place and finish, and who finishes faster. That's why I liked track. I was always like schoolyard kid. I can race to the end of the fence faster than you can, and that's where I started.
You were one of those guys, man. I was the slow guy. I was the slow white guy.
Race you to the food. I'll bet you I'll beat you there.
I can eat.
I can eat. I'll race you there too.
I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna eat all your food.
Yes, exactly.
Man, I love it. So one last question. So, what was your best race? Actual like event? Like not. I know the 400, but what was the best race you ever won?
Best race I ever won was a championship race, which was the 400, which it was the mile relay. So I was running Anchorman, and since it's in track, everything is more individual. Yeah. There's only 400 meters, a 200 meters, the 100 meters. The relay is the only team event.
Right.
There's 4 of you running. Right. So you all are trying to reach that one goal of winning the race.
When you got the baton, was your team in the lead?
No.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. That was my favorite race. My favorite race was always running the 400 meters because I did like teams. And I liked coming from behind, beating somebody. So normally, since I was usually the fastest kid on my team, they put me at that event. And so I usually have to catch people, and that's what I like to do.
Ah, I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Dude, so, I love you. Thank you so much for helping me today.
You're welcome. I love you, Jim.
You are one of my best friends. I'm going to get to see you soon, I hope. And get to hug your neck. All that good stuff after all this COVID stuff is over, man.
You take care, Jim.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah, buddy.
What would you tell the kids? What's the best head start to get in life?
The best head start to get in life is what you're doing right now, is learning about God. What I tell the kids when I try and coach them is, in life, everything has a start and a finish. And so it depends on how you finish. We're all running in this life race going on, and it's all, everybody starts off the same place with born, but we all die at different times. It's how you finish your race is what counts.
Oh, I knew I could count on you, man. Bring it home, just like the Anchorman.
Anchorman.
It's the Anchorman. Bring it in home. All right, man. Love you bunch.
I love you too, Jim.